Okay, so within our first video today, we're going to be looking at how to create new records within Zoho. So first things first, if you've spoken to the candidate, I think if you've picked up the phone and you've had a conversation with them, then let's get them on the system. So the easiest way to do this, if you've got a copy of their CV saved somewhere, preferably, ideally in your downloads, go to Candidates and then click Import from Document. You'll then be able to upload a CV. You can upload up to 10 at a time. And obviously it's probably worth working from downloads because these will be kind of the CVs of people that we haven't yet put on the system. We're looking for there to be as much information on the CV as possible, so obviously it's got to be their copy with their contact details. Try and make sure that the format selected is the UK, because I've edited that one to make it look like a kind of standard CV. And you must make sure that in case of duplicate records found is ticked on skip, otherwise that could present issues further down the line, or indeed making sure that we overwrite kind of candidates with notes with blank ones just because we put the CV on twice, which ideally we want to avoid. Now you can associate them to a job here, but it's not crucial. Again, as the source, please do take the time to put down where you found this or these candidates. This will really help us kind of identify where we can save money going forwards in terms of sourcing candidates. So then you would click import. I will do it for this one. I'm not sure whether David's on here already or not. Yeah, already exists, hence skipped. So it's not a problem. So for anything else, you will need a client record. So for any vacancies you'd like to add or any contacts that you would like to add to the system, you will need to have that client set up prior to that. So here we put the client name. Obviously, again, parent client if required. I mean, if we've got one savings bank on the system, and we're putting Kent Reliance on, then it might be worth doing. We can go back in and change that further down the line. So again, it's not a huge issue. This is, as says HQ. So please, can we make that headquarters? And then the other office locations are just for interview purposes. Again, signed terms of business uploaded to the doc section. Have they been done? If not, then obviously leave it unticked. But if they have been, tick that and upload them to the file here. So that's how you add a client to the system. Again, kind of looking at vacancies, or rather, next step would be to add a contact. So adding a contact, very, very similar process. So you would put in the contact's details, link them back to the client by selecting them off the list. Job title, again, is quite important because it will pull through this information for their interview prep. Again, if you know their Twitter handle, it's worth putting it in there. I'll eventually get this link to LinkedIn, but it's not at the moment. This is only if somebody has got really arsy with us about sending them details before. So we can actually make sure that they don't get emails through the system. However, at this stage, we haven't been asked to do that from anyone, so it's not worth doing as of yet. Primary contact just makes it a little bit clearer. Okay, so that would be how to add a contact. Looking at adding a vacancy. Again, vacancies, new vacancy. You can do all of this from the little drop-down tab here. So, posting title, where we are with kind of recruiting for the role. The client name, contact name, the person dealing with the position, that's who the CVs will be sent to. The address, so I've made this kind of free entry so that if it isn't at the main client's address, it's not going to cause us huge issues. Put the stage here just so that other people kind of picking up on your role if you're away will know whether or not it's worth sending CVs forwards for. Write the job description in, please, or copy and paste it from the JD, but also upload the JD as a file here because we want that to be able to be sent out with the interview preparation. So that's generally kind of how to create new records on Zoho. It's pretty self-explanatory. I think it really very much is just a question of filling in as much as the information as possible because it really will save us time and effort further down the line and just generally allows Zoho to automate a large portion of the process. In the next video, we will be moving on to sending candidates forwards to roles, both as a spec as well as a kind of formal submission to an existing vacancy. Thank you.